The long-anticipated time has arrived. The day of the first official solo tournament in Elements Divided. Over 50 players decided to register, with only 35 confirming on the day of the event. This was it, the day to battle for glory and to add your own animal to the lobby. And I'm going to share with you guys my experience. About time I make a gameplay video. Because of the odd amount of players playing in the tournament, some players had to go through an extra match than the others. I luckily was not one of these people. And now, it was time for battle. My enemy was an earthbender, and you could tell he's thought this through more than me. For one, he's short. He's purposely altered his height to the smallest possible size to make his hitbox even smaller than it should be. And even worse, he makes it look like I'm fighting a small bearded child. As usual, my first attempt is to get close as I can destroy health at close range, but then this happens. That's right, he used Stasis, the infamous advanced earthbending technique, to throw something, yet maintain control over it, allowing earthbenders to change the direction of any projectile in any direction. I could also infer that they have stone stance to increase their damage while touching the ground, as that spear did some crazy damage. I'm using the terrain here to make it harder for him, but he continues to use Stasis to hit me around barriers, reducing my health to just one measly bar. Anything can kill me at this point, and I haven't even hit him once. So I switch up my strategy here, instead to attack from long range, at different angles of elevation. Attacking from above can't be as easily blocked for earth users. Getting about 2 good blasts to hit, he still has about 70% of his health when I successfully pull this off. So what happened there is I hit him with a charged bow, which deals a ton of damage, and in defense he raised a wall. This wall hit the fire orb I just threw, and the AoE of the explosion finished off his health. That's one round to me, just one more to go. I started off the next round more confident until he pulled off this sick dodge and threw out this not at all intimidating Stasis spear. He used walls a lot here, so I hid for cover. He eventually did hit me, but luckily it was just a rock and not a spear. This is where I started trying to get a good shot for my ultimate. He does unfortunately dodge it, but close enough in range that I could do some decent damage. I try to get close to finish him off, but I get a painful reminder why that's a bad idea. So I replace that bad idea with another bad idea, and decide to go overkill and just snipe him with a charged firebolt even though he's almost dead. With that, we move on to round 3. My next opponent was a water user, so I definitely needed to change up my strategy going into the map. I did get comboed a few times by water saws. Eventually, I got a good blast and arrow hit, and I started locking in. At this point, I had the health advantage, but I got hit by a saw and we were both on one hit territory. Sadly, that puts me at a disadvantage as the enemy instantly pulled out water grapples to finish me off. I hit it at the bottom floor in an attempt to get close enough to blast, but he tries to stay away to grapple. Eventually, he does get the hit and I lose the round. During this round, I attack more from above. I used my ultimate and anticipated the dash coming, so I finished him off that way. So begins the third round. The winner of this one moves on, while the loser will become but a spectator. After getting that good blast earlier, I had the health advantage, but I'm trying to work my way closer to finish it off. He makes a fatal mistake and dashes too close to me, and just like that, it's over. I advance to the quarterfinals. My next battle was against Steal Your Elk, who is known for being the best fire player. I have fought him a lot and we meet often in game, but I've very rarely been able to beat him on a direct one-on-one. I didn't record this one, but because it was in the quarterfinals, it was streamed to the official Elements Divided Twitch, so I'll just let his commentary explain the battle.
Fellow Noob versus Steal Your Elk. Round one underway. Seen a little bit of fire throughout the day. Steel gonna take the top platform first. Ooh, wow, yeah, that laser in particular, good amount of range. And again, with fire doing just a decent amount of damage overall, that one's going to be a particularly strong move. You can see the quick fire burst usage from Fellow Noob. Not a ton of range to it, but a lot of damage if you are caught in it. Use of dashes and use of blocks here strong by Fellow Noob. That being said, they are down here in terms of health. Down to about half here, maybe just under. Steel has not been touched so far. Get some quick lingering projectiles out there. Those will pop eventually, especially if they are contacted. Similar to the bubbles that you saw from the water element. But Steel took some damage in that exchange. Not going quite to the center. Good blocks there from fellow Noob. Steel ends up falling down, but he's able to dodge the laser there from fellow Noob. Odd angles here to try and deal with when you're aiming up 2 floors. Ultimate available for fellow Noob as well. Both players just using that double jump, threatening to throw their projectiles, and Steel Elk will take the first one.
To briefly explain that round, I tried to use the terrain like I was using it against the other two, but it's not as easy if your opponent is good at laser combat, which is one of the main attacks Elk uses.
I believe it was just a simple charge throw that just took the stock away. And so Steal Your Elk able to take round 1. Landing the lasers, threatening the ult. When you see that kind of blue shade, that's the use of it. Now being exchanged the other way. Wow, both on top of each other. Steal Your Elk took so much damage. That was Fire Burst. But it's gonna be Zap Cannon at point blank range. Means Steal Your Elk is gonna take this one and advance to semis.
In case you didn't catch that, yes, I was just one shot by an ultimate, and it was a good shot at that. I suppose that concludes my tournament experience, although 5th place ain't bad. Congratulations to Cat for winning and putting an end to the Gort Empire. Can't wait to see that dragon in the lobby. I will return for next month's tournament.